Welcome to Entrepreneur Talks podcast, hosted by Yola Bastos and created by Women Flix, which empowers financial freedom for women worldwide. Entrepreneur Talks is a podcast that covers conversations with startups, founders, innovators, and thought leaders from around the world who are disrupting the status quo, expanding their businesses, and bringing innovative ideas to life. Yola's conversational tone is focused on the top things about journey and details, the ways of thinking and acting that have led this entrepreneurs to success. Entrepreneurship, leadership, mental health, funding, finances, and other issues are covered on our podcast. Subscribe now to our podcast by joining us on Spotify. You can write a web right now, www.anchor.fm/entrepreneur/subscribe. Join our podcast and enjoy this powerful financial freedom for women worldwide. And hello, everyone. Happy Monday, wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So we are back for another great session. And today I'm with Hilary DeCesare. So I think I've said this name, for the first time right. And we are at the end of July, my birthday month. I want to say thank you to everyone that went miles away from me and remembered to send me a message on social media, not excluding my family and friends close, but my network, my friend, my virtual network, including my audience here on podcast. Thank you so much. Thank you and thank you. But today I'm going to be talking with Hilary DeCesare, and the title I decide to come to this for this session is Transforming Life Transitions, Unleashing Your 3HQ Power. So I'm very excited, and let's welcome Hilary DeCesare. Hello. And
hello, Yola. And again, happy birthday to you. I'm hitting my birthday month on August 1. I'm going into my birthday month, and I have to say there's a lot of women that don't want to talk about birthdays. I absolutely want to
love it.
We have made it this far. We have the wise woman inside of us. She deserves to be celebrated, right?
Yes. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm so excited to find out more about this 3IQ and much more about yourself.
And we've already had an exciting conversation already. I can only imagine what we're going to be talking about. It'll be great.
That's really, yes, that's true. So to start, Hilary, tell me, where are you based? Where are you right now?
Well, where I am right now, I'm in Los Angeles, and I'm in the process of moving my daughter out of her apartment. But there's this few days where she doesn't have anywhere to go because the new apartment, she's going to be a senior at college. And so I said, okay, I'll come down. I'll help you with the move. And we're having, kind of this, I work. And isn't this about entrepreneurship, right?
Together.
You work, and then I will be doing something totally different than where you see me right now in this hotel room in Los Angeles. And then later I'll be back here. I mean, it's kind of this, but that's the luxury of being an entrepreneur. That's when you really realize that you have the freedom to be anywhere in the world. You said you're in London. Normally I'm in Boulder, Colorado, though. So.
Okay, so you're from Colorado. Awesome. Okay, enjoy yourself in Los Angeles. Los Angeles. I hope your daughter get everything sorted soon, and enjoy your daughter as well.
You know what?
On the meantime, I'm sure you're having fun together.
These are the good times, right?
And like lots of love, right?
Thank you, because yes, it is funny that I had my son staying with me in my hotel room last night, and he had to get up. He works in the Silicon Valley, and he had to get up at 4:30 this morning, and he then to get his plane back to the Bay Area. And I get the text at 6, my plane's been delayed. I get the text at 7, my plane's been delayed. 8, my plane's been delayed. Finally, I'm like, do you want to just come back to the hotel? And I'm thinking, no, I can't have you come back. But you know what? This is what makes, women really, we have to juggle so much. And we've been taught from a very young age that so much has to be the struggle. But when you can kind of like take it and roll with it and be able to be in flow with all of the changes and not have them feel like they're impediments and they're holding you back, but you're like, you know what, bring it on. That is like literally my mantra right now for the month of July, was just bring it on. But hey, you want to give me more? Give me more. I can relaunch on like at an instant, and I'm going to teach you how to do it today. Actually, Yola, it'll be great. It's
amazing.
Energy on demand. Energy on demand.
Yes.
Energy for growth. It's just so powerful. And why we're not taught these things? Why we have to like figure them out on ourselves? I'm now like trying to spread the word.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm spreading the word from everywhere. And if you could see what I'm looking at these little kids at a basketball camp. And they're seeing at the basket. They're all air balls. They can barely even lift the ball.
Wow.
Cutest thing. And I'm like, yeah, here I am with you, Yola.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
Thank
love
you
that
so
name?
much.
It's like, love this.
Let's do it. And on the same time, when you were mentioning what can you give me more? Give it on. And it's also is very important to accept. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
It's too much? No, you're giving me because I can handle. And is really powerful as well. I just want to add this.
As soon as you put up resistance, then there's this great line out there. I don't know who originally said it, but what you resist persists. So if you're sitting there like, I used to do this thing where I would call my mom. My mom's passed away. She battled a year-long cancer and ended up, unfortunately, didn't make it. But I used to call her and I would say, Mom, you're not going to believe this. And I would go through these like harrowing stories. And then one day I realized what I'm doing. I'm creating harrowing stories in my life by saying, Mom, you're not going to believe this. And then she's like, I can only imagine what's coming tomorrow. And then what would happen? Yola, I would get another ridiculously crazy story. And I finally said, you know what? Enough. I want ease. I want flow. I want things to be working in alignment, no resistance. And I got to tell you, it changed my life when I stopped trying to, you're not going to believe this, Mom. Mom, are you sitting down? Oh boy, do I have one for you. And all of a sudden I just said, you know what? You need to hear what I just went through in such a positive, awesome, graceful way. She's like, huh? Who is this? There's no challenge. There's no struggle bus. Wow, what are you doing differently? You need to share this with the world. And so that's why we're here.
Yeah, it's so good because I did we do have this in common. I also lost my mom battling for cancer, and I used to do the same. And if she would hear me today, she would be like,
oh, she's hearing
someone
you.
took my daughter.
Yola, she's hearing you. She's absolutely hearing you.
Yes,
no doubt.
I know, because I know that. And sometimes when something happened, the bad or good, I always say, whoo, this is it, let's go.
Yeah.
But I would take on different way. I would explain to her, like you were telling me about your mother. I would go in another level. And if she could see, I know she can hear me, but if she could see the way I changed today, like, amazing.
It is amazing.
We love our
It is amazing how we grow.
Okay.
And we don't have to stay the same, and we don't have to accept.
Yeah.
And all the different relaunches don't have to, make us, like, define us, and we can't recreate us and relaunch ourselves into that next version of ourselves. It's like you have this beautiful moment. I call it the mid zone. You and I are in the mid zone, girl. I love Brene Brown. Brene Brown calls midlife 35 until you're dead. All right. So, hey, we are in the mid zone, and let's make it work for us, not against us.
Yes. Totally. Yes. With all these things said right now, I normally ask my guests to describe themselves in 3 words, but I'm one of them. I know that you're gonna say it. Can you describe yourself?
Okay,
I think you're like fearless.
To me, I'm like powerhouse of possibility. Powerhouse. Let's put powerhouse of possibility.
Powerhouse of possibility. And one more that you describe yourself.
One more, I would say, outrageous energy.
Outrageous energy. I'm just taking notes because we're gonna start. Let's deep onto this powerhouse. What do you mean by that?
So woo!
I can feel your power, but I want you to.
Well, here's the thing, and I hope that this resonates with people. Those on LinkedIn, those throughout other areas that you're going to be hearing and seeing this. That many times we end up in a career that wasn't necessarily our divine destiny. We just we fall into it. And I always thought my dad was a doctor, grandfather was a doctor, that was going to be my direction. And it really hit me about 1 year into college after I had gone in pre-med that I don't want to do it. It's not me. I ended up switching. I had gone to a university that wasn't in my state, so my tuition was expensive. And my dad said, I don't really care what you do, just get out in 4 years because I don't want to pay 1 extra year. So I had to figure it out quickly. And the only thing that I could do was either psychology as a major to get out in 4 years or anthropology. Well, I knew I did not want to be digging. I knew I didn't want to be going down that path. So I picked psychology. And I got to tell you, it lit me up. I loved it. I love the idea of how powerful we are, how powerful our brain is, how powerful the mind is. And I started to get more and more into it. And then I got involved in Silicon Valley business, high tech, and I was there, corporate girl. I was all in for almost 10 years. And I woke up one day and I had 3 little kids. I had just had my 3rd child. I had twins and then a 3rd. And I had melanoma. I was exhausted. I wasn't happy. I was living like this corporate guilt. I was guilty when I was at the office. I was guilty when I was home with the kids. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know who I was. And I thought something has to change. And so at that point, I realized the power was inside of me. I could keep going down the path. I was doing very well at Oracle. I could have kept going.
But something was missing.
Something deep inside. And it was that heart center that I'm like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not supposed to be doing it. And it by happenstance, I threw it out to the universe. I was just like, I want to do something where I impact people, where I can inspire people, where I can help them. I have a lot of experience now. I had always used my psychology degree in everything I was doing. And I realized that, okay, if this is my house, this is my sacred house, me, right? This is like the one thing that you have control. This is my thoughts are in my control. The domain is in my control. And I thought, you know what? It's time. It's time for me to get out. And this is really funny. You'll appreciate this. When I first got into coaching 20 plus years ago, it was called consulting. It was not called coaching. Consulting was the big ooh.
Yes.
Remember? And so I started to coach entrepreneurs in the Silicon Valley, and I loved it. It lit me up. I could help them grow their company, scale, sell. I mean, it was just an exciting time. But then I got a relaunch, and I ended up going through a divorce. So now I'm a single mom. I'm trying to juggle a startup company, my young little kids. Again, I had my own health crisis. And I thought, you know what? I need to do something now on my own that's going to light me up, that's going to inspire me, ignite me, right? Because my spark in my belly, those butterflies, non-existent. I didn't have them. I always felt like I was exhausted. I felt like I was on the brink of burnout. I probably was burned out. And at that point, I'm like, powerhouse of possibility. What if I could do anything? If I could really do anything, what would I want to do? My purpose, my passion, and how do I continue to make money so I have financial freedom?
Amazing. And so you use your powerhouse, yourself.
Yeah.
Your power inside. That's amazing.
And that's really where this whole framework that I coach around, that I've built for companies around, that I help others build their companies around so that they can scale their business from 6 to 7 to 8 figures and more. And it's 3HQ. And the HQ is your headquarters. And the 3 stands for head, heart, and your highest self. That best version of you, wherever you're connecting, universal, God, whoever it is, whatever it is, it's that highest version of you where you're operating on its inflow. And you're this is where I love to be. It doesn't feel like work. And that's
Hilary,
where I am.
Let me tell you, you won't forget, you won't believe, but this month for my birthday, I decided to go for a retreat all about mind, heart, and my spiritual. And you're talking to me
here I am reminding you as your birthday month ends. It's 3H.
My last day. But it's so really so true, because if we're not connected on these 3 points, we need to love, we need to be conscious, and we need to be present with our God, whatever you call, but it's only one, but everyone got their own names. That's okay.
Yeah.
But remember to be connected with these 3 points, and you're gonna be super powerful and happy person. I love that.
Well, and a lot of people, I have to say, Yola, that you just brought up, people think, well, all right, that's all great. That's all fine. Oh my God, yeah, here she goes. She's talking 3HQ, head, heart, higher self. But how do you do it? How do you incorporate it into your life? How do you incorporate both personally and professionally? And I wrote a book on Relaunch, and it's Spark Your Heart to Ignite Your Life. And in the book, I talk about 3HQ. I go into details. I talk about clients' journeys. I talk about my own journey. But as I started to really think about this, I knew people these days, time, we don't have enough of it, right? Where everyone's time. But yet, when you can call on your own energy to be able to elevate your energy, that's when you can tap into your 3HQ at any moment, anytime, anywhere throughout your day. And so 3HQ, I have a very, very simple process to get you into it, to get you dialed into your 3HQ. Can I put you through it, Yola?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay. 4 steps. It's 4 steps, and everyone, I may be taking Yola through it, and it might be taking 2 or 3 minutes, but when you get good at it, anybody can master this. I use it for people who have billion-dollar companies, or they have a $10,000, a month company,
Yeah.
whatever it is, you can call on this tune in process. It's called tune in.
Yeah.
And
That's
when you learn this, it will literally, like you hear people say, it'll change your life. It'll change your life. It will change your energy, which will change your life. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
step one of the tune in process is you ask yourself, what's the biggest challenge right now that you're going through? What would that be for you? What's the biggest challenge? Personal, professional, it doesn't matter.
My biggest challenge. I started a new, how I say, a new job, but something came up into my life that I never ever expected.
Okay.
A position in a job, in a workplace. So this has been a huge challenge because I do run my business. Is associated with my business, but it's something that I never thought that could happen. So it's a huge challenge because I need to learn a lot of things that I never thought about, like politics, law. It's so many things, Hilary, that I'm like, oh,
Okay.
I can do
But
it.
everyone, can you tap into Yola right now and we can hear what she's going through. And it may be that, you have a new opportunity out there. It may be that you have something you're about to go launch, a new offer, whatever it is, you can relate to what Yola is saying, which is her challenge is she has this new opportunity. You can tell she's excited about it, but she's trying to figure out how to juggle it all, right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it gets hard. So that's number one. Now imagine you're using this process, whether you're about to put something out on social, whether you're about to create something, whether you're about to go on stage. The challenge could also be, what is your intention? The intention you're trying to set out for, right? It doesn't have to be a negative. It could be like, I want to knock the socks off of this, whatever I'm about to go do. But you heard Yola's challenge. So that's step one. And you get comfortable with it. Step two is, there was a great quote by Einstein who said, you can't solve a problem at the level it was created, at the conscious level it was created. You got to go above it, or you would have already figured it out. So here's what I want to do. Step one was a head. It's all in the head, right? Head is, what are my thoughts? What are my challenges? Head, very head-based. But step two is going right towards that highest self, where your energy lies. And so step two is called change your channel. Change your channel. And how you do that is, we're going to tune into a song. I want you to think of a song that when you hear it, it just lights you up. It creates passion and sparks. And so do you have a song that you can think of that when you hear it, Yola, you're like, oh my gosh, I got it going through my body? What would that song be?
What that song means?
What is a song? What is an actual song? I'm actually asking you to name a song that when you hear it, it lights you up.
I don't know the name, but it's a song that I normally pick on YouTube, for example, lately, the last 6 months or so.
Okay.
That I
this is great. You can hear the song though. You can hear it in your head. So again, everybody, it could be Katy Perry, and it could be Unstoppable. It could be, it could be any, the fight song. It could be whatever you feel lights you up. Okay. So I want you right now, because I've also been studying neuroscience for the last 10 years with psychology, and I've got the degree in it. I want you to take the song, hear it, and bring it through your whole body, from your head to your toes. And I want you to change your state by moving your body. What we're doing is, remember I talked about your energy, bringing it up 20 seconds. Scientifically, when you put that song in your head, you can play it on your phone if you're by yourself, put it on the stereo, whatever, but I want you to hear the song. And Yola, I want you to turn that song up in your head, okay? Turn it up. Bring it back all the way to your feet. You can feel it. 20 seconds. And now we're moving into step three. Step three is you bring the song back in. You're thinking, you're You're now creating, what would it look like, Yola, if you think about your challenge? And your challenge was, kind of, I got this new opportunity. I have my other business. I'm trying to do it all. I want to be successful. I want to have it work and flow. What would that look like to you? And you're going to make a mini movie in your mind, and you're going to attach emotion, heart. The third part of this is heart infusion. You're going to see yourself. You're going to feel what it would look like for you to be in your element, for you to be like jamming on the new business, jamming on the old, putting it all together, creating that lifestyle success. Now, can you visualize something, whether it's a shirt, a dress, background? Is there a color that you can see right now in this mini movie in your mind? Is there a color?
Yes.
Okay, what's the color? What's the color?
The color of my clothes.
Okay, and
orange.
Orange. I want you to 10x intensify that orange color. I could barely look at it. It's so intense. You are standing there. You are in your element. And now what I want you to do is you're going to take an internal picture of that by just opening and closing your eyes quickly when I say click. Click. Click, click. You're opening, closing, you're taking an internal picture of that image. Do you have that picture?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to go to step 4. Step 4 is where you take a micro action. We're back into the head. Micro action. Tune back into your song. Hear it, feel it, live it, love it, see the picture. And now, what is one micro action that you could take right now to have more peace between your new business, your current business? What could you do? Simple, micro action. What would that be?
Take a break.
Take a break.
Relax.
Take a break.
Every.
So here's the thing. When you think about taking a break and just relaxing and not be grinding all day long, I want you to be able to take that micro action, and your future doesn't like delay. We want you to do it today, right now. So I want you, literally, when we're done, I want you to put on your calendar at least 3 small breaks where maybe they're 5 minutes or less, maybe they're 2 minutes, but you are going to have it on your calendar to take the break. And this is the tune-in process. This is the simplest way to elevate your energy, to give you a boost of energy on demand. You can do it at any time. And you should be doing it. I do it 25 times a day. I did it before we got on.
Now, this is interesting because that's what came to my mind. It is something that on this new opportunity I'm implementing, because first of all, we tend to think, oh, this is new, maybe something, or maybe others will look. But I said to myself, I don't care. I need to step up, stand up, and go and walk every hour. I'm standing up till I finish that specific job, because it allows me to renew myself and come back. And then, okay, let's do it again. I don't know how I came to this situation, to this opportunity, but I'm doing. And that's what it means as well with this technique that you just showed me, because I saw myself on my suit, like a jacket and a trousers in orange, high heels, and walking from somewhere like a lot of light, but then taking a break every time I feel full.
Can I tell you, I just got chills, and I could completely visualize you doing that. And so for those listening, tune in process again. When you start to practice this, when you start to use this every day, multiple times, it doesn't take long to bounce back up. So every time, Yola, that you are starting to feel a little bit of that tightness, the anxiety, the stress, I want you to tune into this song that you chose, and perhaps add another picture, another image, intensify it even more. But this song is going to be your fight song to keep going, to challenge yourself every time. This will now be incorporated. Again, step 1, what's your challenge intention? Step 2, change the channel
Yeah.
by tuning in for at least 20 seconds to your song. Step 3, micro movie in the mind. You want to make sure you're intensifying the colors, really bring it out, take an image, and then a micro action as the 4th step.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. I will remember this, trust me, every single day now. And tomorrow I'm going to put in practice once again, because till today, I'm going to be sincere, because that thing about thinking about what others will think, and because we are humans, I'm not going to lie, I'm very positive, I'm very happy, but we do have these thoughts. And I was like, but now I'm sure, like, no, I'm going to stand up and I will have that vision and walk like a queen, and then come back and sit down more powerful than before.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to coach you. I'm going to coach you one more time. You said tomorrow. Girl. I want you to do it again. I think you're 8 or 9 hours ahead of me right now. I want you to do it at least once more today. Go through the same process.
Definitely.
Do one more micro action that will, when you wake up tomorrow, you're going to be like, now I'm doing it again.
Yes, it is, because like today here is my end of the day, but I will do it. I will do it and remember for sure. But I'm so happy. Because it's still my mount, and I finish with this session with you, talking about the same what I learned, or I got it from my retreat. And this is powerful. The signs are coming. They still on my.
It sure sounds like it, right? It's amazing how that happens if you're willing to open your mind to it.
Yes, it's so true. I never thought like this would be like so magical. Like it is. It's happening. Well, thank you so much.
Here's also for people who are trying to figure out, hey, am I in balance with 3HQ? Am I out of balance? Am I too in my head? Am I too caught up in everything? You can actually go, and I have a quiz, and it will give you your own pie chart of where you are. I highly suggest check it out. You can go over to our website, therelaunch.com. There's a quiz, 3HQ, and it will give you your results. And you know what? When you become aware, then you can actually start to take action. And the tune-in process is something that you can start to use right away when you know, oh my gosh, I'm really caught up in my head right now. Or, I just can't get out of my, the emotions behind this. I can't get things done right now because I'm so emotionally charged. How many times do we have that happen? And so please go over there, check it out, let us know. I always love to hear about people and their experience with TuneIn. So DM me, get in touch, let me know if there's anything that's standing between you and TuneIn. I got you.
Fantastic. And can I ask you something?
Absolutely.
What is your challenge at the moment?
I think my challenge is balance right now. I talk about life and my business, and I've got, kids that I have 5 kids between my 3 and my husband's 2. And there always is something, right? 5 kids, my gosh, there's always somebody who needs something. And it's balancing and it's like I feel like, sometimes I'm on a trapeze and I'm like the tightrope, and I'm like, ooh, and it's being able to run a healthy, successful entrepreneurial venture, the Relaunch Co., help women scale their businesses, but also have my own personal life and be able to impact people and let them know that you too can have this. Because sometimes we get so focused, eye on the prize, everyone's talked about, right? Eye on the prize. But sometimes that we forget about being present. And so I have a program that I named the Fired Up Entrepreneur, and it's a 6-month business program. And it really helps you kind of understand that it's a holistic approach. It's not just about, cracking the ball out of the park and being able to hit 7 or 8 figures, because I've done that with a lot of people and a lot of them are not happy at the end. We want to make sure that when you put 3HQ into your life, and you start using
Life,
it,
yeah.
all of a sudden you're not only having financial success, but you're having this amazing lifestyle of success, which is really what I think life is all about.
Fantastic. How long, remember me, how long you've been doing this work, like
Well,
your business?
I've been a business coach strategist for over 20 plus
20.
years.
Yes. But your own business, you started few, like when?
I started it 1 year before my mom got sick, so about 4 years ago. And then my mom got sick. She moved in, another relaunch, right? And my daughter was in high school. She was a senior. So I had her living in the house, trying to live her best life. I had my mom living her worst life. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But somehow using what I teach, I got through it. I mean, honest to God, I would have been like flat on my back, not being able to do anything because there was just so much hitting me all at once. And
Yes, I do understand, and I can imagine. Once again, I keep saying thank you, because it's really from my heart. And I just want to also mention as well to the audience that you told us about how to get connected with you through the website, and this on the description of this podcast session. But I also want to ask you how they can find you on social media. What is the name they look for? How they can connect with you there?
yeah, definitely. And this is a great place to DM me. Go to Instagram, and it's under the Relaunch Co. The Relaunch Co. And let me know. Let me know about Tune In for You. We often run these free master classes around this whole concept of 3HQ in your business and scaling your profits and your growth. And get involved in one of those. It's the best way to kind of jumpstart. It's kind of like the spark, right? We talk about igniting. Let's spark you in your business and ignite you into that next level of success.
Fabulous, fabulous. Would you like to say something to my listeners to empower them even more that you already did?
You know what? I would love to. I think you have to give yourself grace. There comes a point where, especially when we're in the mid zone, things are coming at us very quickly. You got, elderly parents, you've got young kids or kids going off to school, and it has to be at some point about you. You got to start with the core of you. You got to start with you being your own powerhouse of possibility. And that this excuse that I often hear I hear it on social media, that it is, like, oh, this is all there is. It's too late for me to do this. Let me tell you, I have seen what people call magic happen in their business, in their personal lives, where love has been dormant for so long, love of their business, love of another person, love of their family, but most important, love of themselves. Yes. And this is what Relaunch is all about. It's about taking ownership today. We only have a certain amount of days on this earth. You might as well give yourself a chance.
Fabulous. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Yola, you.
I want to stay here forever with you having this conversation.
Me too. Let's keep the party
and do more and keep doing more techniques that I'm sure you have more things. Oh, yeah. But I will be coming to your class, one of your webinars.
Love that. So. I would love that. And you know what? I would like to gift you the VIP. So I will make sure that we're going to upgrade you right away and get you in there, because you're at that point. You have so much going on, but we gotta harness the power to get you into tuning in and 3HQ framework to really allow for you to have happiness associated with your growth.
Yes, and that's my type of gang. I love it. I want to be part of. Okay, we're gonna say goodbye, and I wish you all the best. I know we're gonna keep in touch.
I do too.
Don't go away yet. I'm gonna now say goodbye with a video to my audience, and then I get back to you. Okay.
Thanks again.
Take care. You're welcome. God bless you. Okie dokie. So I hope everyone enjoyed our conversation. I really did. I am so blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm so empowered. And I hope you feel the same. You could feel the energy. You could learn something that is really, really important to ourselves: love, mind, and your spiritual connection. So if you have any doubts or you want to know more about what Hilary does, please, on the description of this podcast, there is all the ways to get in touch with her. Don't hesitate. Send her a message, follow her, support what she does if you believe. And stay tuned for another session next month. Yes, next month, because today is the last day of July, my birthday month, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the week. Take care. God bless. Now